Hola, I am Lucia, I live in Spain, and these are 10 things that I love about living in Spain. I've also lived in other countries, so these are things that I miss a lot when I am abroad. I think you will love those too, so check it out.
My Daily Spanish.
The first thing that I love in Spain is the weather. I live in the south, in Sevilla, in Andalusia, and in this region we have around 300 sunny days a year. Of course, it depends on the year, but we receive a lot of sunlight, and that puts you in a really good mood. It is also very warm and very hot in summer. In Madrid, they don't have that many days of sun, but it's close. If you go to the north, especially to Galicia, the weather is humid and cloudy, with lots of rain. But the center and south have very good weather, and I love that. I need my dose of sun every day. This leads me to the second thing I love. Lots of outdoor life. Thanks to the good weather, in Spain we have a very pro-social life outdoors. Most of the restaurants and cafes have terraces, so you can have your coffee or food outside, and I really enjoy that. It gives you a lot of good energy to be with friends outside. The prices of beer, coffee and tapas are very cheap compared to other countries, so that's a plus. Talking about food, the food in Spain is great. There are lots of traditional dishes that are very healthy and super yummy. Paella, tortilla de patatas, pescadito frito, calamares, puntillitas, huevos rotos, puchero, croquetas, fabada, huevos a la bechamel, pisto, migas, gazpacho, jamón, patatas bravas, gambas al ajillo, and more. So many delicious foods. It is great because it is so varied. And also here we usually cook with extra virgin olive oil, which is the healthiest one. Also, desserts and pastries are great. Tarta de la abuela, tarta de Santiago, natillas, tocino de cielo, arroz con leche, crema catalana, torrijas, pestiños, ensaimada, palmera de chocolate, and my favorite snack, churros! Another thing that I love is that in some bars, when you order a drink, a beer, a coke or whatever, they give you a free tapa. This is getting less and less common, but usually they will give you olives at least. In some places they give you a big tapa, but in big cities this custom is disappearing. Sad. Something great in Spain is the public healthcare system. Compared to other countries, this is one of our treasures. I miss it a lot when I am not in Spain. It is considered one of the best in the world. If this is the best, what the heck do they do in other countries? Spanish public healthcare is available to all residents for free, and the quality and level of service is quite wonderful. The ER is free for everybody if you have an emergency. Of course, it is not actually free. All people working in Spain pay for it through our taxes, which are high, but they admit anyone. They can't let anybody go without care. Another free thing is education. Schools and high schools are free and mandatory. In some regions, even universities and master's degrees are free if you pass all the subjects. And additionally, there is a lot of financial aid available for students. This is something you are not aware when you attend school because you are young and don't know much about wages and paying for things, but later you become aware of all that and you see such a nice feature of the Spanish system. This is common in other countries in Europe also. By the way, on My Daily Spanish, we have a free study guide that offers you a step-by-step process to help you learn Spanish faster. You can download it for free using the link in the description. Thing I love about Spain, number 7. Holidays. Holidays. Workers in Spain have a minimum of 30 days of paid holiday a year, plus the national holidays, which there are 14 of throughout the year. They should add even more. But I know of countries that have a lot fewer holidays, and that's sad. We like holidays. The next thing I love is the fiestas, the festivities related to the holidays. We have a lot of traditional festivities. Each region has its own things, and it is very diverse and very cool to experience. In Sevilla, we have the Feria de Abril, which translates to Seville April Fair. It is like a festive city built in a fairground, with a lot of tents, which are bars, and people go dressed in their flamenco dresses and dance, drink, eat. Everyone is there. So it is a great time with your family and friends. You meet all of your acquaintances there. There is also an amusement park, lots of ice cream and candy, and the decoration is very traditional and unique. You have to go at least once in your life. In Andalusia, each city and town has its own fair at different times of the year. So if you organize yourself, you might go to a different feria each week. In Madrid, they have San Isidro, in Valencia, Las Fallas, which is a fire and fireworks festival. In Barcelona, they have Sant Jordi, in which you gift a rose and a book to a person you love. There is El Carnaval de Cádiz, in which there is an important traditional carnival song contest. These songs are called chirigotas. We have El Carnaval de Tenerife, La Tomatina in Valencia, and many more. Each town organizes a lot of activities throughout the year, so it is nice to know the schedule and join the ones that catch your eye. Another thing I love is all the beautiful places that are in Spain. This is also applicable to other countries because each one has its own unique character. I think in any place in the world there are beautiful landscapes. But talking about Spain, there is a lot of diversity. I love that we have a very wet coast with a lot of beaches. The Spanish islands are beautiful. Mallorca, Menorca, Tenerife, Gran Canaria, Lanzarote. If you like the mountains, there you go. And there are also very pretty towns that will make you feel you are inside a fairy tale. Spain is a nice country to do a car trip because every city is different. South and North are very different, so you can have a varied trip while getting to know this country. One thing that I miss a lot when I am abroad are the Spanish beaches. There are so many of them and everybody goes to the beach on summer vacation. It was an important part of my childhood because families usually go to the beach in summer for a few weeks. Either they have an apartment near the beach or rent an apartment for the whole family or go camping. That is so much fun. The last thing on this list, Spain is in the European Union. It is very easy and cheap to travel between European countries. There are no borders between the Schengen countries. The Schengen area is an area comprising 27 European countries that have officially abolished passports and many other types of border control at their mutual borders, so you can go freely even by car if you want. Anyway, the distances by plane are short and there are some cheap European airlines that make travel very easy. I go to Portugal every year by car because it is not far and it is fun. I like going to the supermarket to buy different things from what I usually buy. There are different soda flavors and so. To finish, there are a lot of things I miss about Spain when I am abroad, especially the weather, the outdoor activities and the food. But I think what I miss the most is the people, the way they socialize, their sense of humor. Spaniards make a lot of jokes. Their closeness, we hug a lot. Also, I think Spanish people become friends faster, in my opinion. Like the barrier between people is thinner here. Every country has its uniqueness and its pros and cons. I'll tell you what I hate about Spain in another video. I am sure that if you come to Spain, people will be very welcoming and you will have a great time. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, please. Adios!
My daily Spanish.